And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying, we must never break the chain. Never break the chain. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying, sing it, baby, we must never break the chain. Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo. This is Natasha. Boozhoo. This is Michael Lyons. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. And we're a live stream podcast. So honored to be here today with you. Later than usual though, huh honey? Yeah, way later. What happened? Fell asleep again. What is that? I don't know. I think I still got Lyme's disease. No, you don't. No, really, I can't stay awake. I mean, who wakes up and then immediately has to go back to bed 3 hours later? Are you sick? I don't think so. Sick of being awake, I guess. Hey, Aiden White's here. Boozhoo, Aiden. Welcome back to the show. Aiden's here, sweetie. Well, hi, Aiden. Should we give him a gold star? I don't see why not. All right. Gold star for Aiden. And, all right, Daniel Black is here. Boozhoo, Daniel. Daniel's here, sweetie. Okay, hey, Boozhoo, Daniel. Give him a silver star. Right next to Daniel Black. Yep. Yeah, Daniel, we couldn't go on earlier today. All the protesters outside the house from our controversial, what would you call yesterday's show? I'd call it anti-trans, you bigot. Get out of here. Yeah, we woke up a sleeping giant. The trans community. We're making enemies now. I'm really sorry, you guys. Come on. Guys, I don't mean guys. I'm really sorry you... Is it okay to call them people? No, that's racist. I'd like to formally apologize to the weirdos I may have offended yesterday. I didn't mean anything by it. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I believe in your right to be a weirdo. Because today, the theme of our show has to do... Well, I think I called the show Football is Gay. Did you really? Yeah. Apparently the NFL is gay. And, but even before we were off the air yesterday, we had been demonetized. Because I think, was the word transgenderism yesterday? I don't think so. What was the word? Why did we get on that subject in the first place? I have no idea. Yesterday was Tuesday. I can't even remember what the word of the day was. The word of the day was, I remember, it was McKenna G. Idiwug. It was, the word of the day yesterday was speech that provokes and teases. And so somehow that ended up with me going off on just what's going on with the conversation around transgenderism. And then what happens? We get off the show. Immediately YouTube says we're demonetized. So I had to write back or click that little box that says, no, can we get a human being to check this? I think we're okay. And sure enough, they're like, yeah, go ahead. You can spew your hate on our platform if you must. So I'd like to thank YouTube for reconsidering censoring us for having an opinion about transgenderism. Which brings us to our story today. Today, or yesterday, or whatever, the National Football League, the most American thing in the world, the most masculine thing the country has. football has formally come out and said, yep, guess what? The NFL is gay and trans and bi and just about everything. They came out to say, we support trans, gay, bestiality. What else do they support? The P word? Yeah, love knows no boundaries. Love is love. NFL supports all that. So, in the spirit of that, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Today is, we're going to talk about the two spirits. Nij Manadog. Nij means two. You got Beijig, Nij, this way, Niwen, on and on. And then a spirit is a Manadu. You know how like in Get You Manadu, the great spirit? That's right. But if you say two spirits, you would say Manadug. Nij Manadug. And this is the kind of the Ojibwe way of saying sodomite. What's a sodomite? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, hello children. Today's children's show, we will be discussing sodomy. Sodomy is what a sodomite engages in to be a two-spirited person. The NFL is way into this activity. They're like, oh yeah, we love that. Bring on the pain, they say. And so believe it or not, did you know this about me? What? I used to play football. No way! I did. I played for 3 years in junior high school. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't a pro. I was never in the NFL. I don't know how that rumor got started. That's another thing I want to kind of let everybody know formally. No, I did not. I was never a professional football player. I never really even watched football much. I came from a family where Sundays were, they were just as religious about watching football as they were about going to church. But, so, today we're going to discuss the National Football League and is it really a two-spirited sodomy type thing? I say yes. I say they've always been gay. And no, I'm not saying this in a mean way, YouTube. Before you all start screeching at me, this isn't me, this is the NFL saying they're gay now. If you haven't seen it, there's a whole commercial where the NFL has come out as gay. And I was thinking about my time when I played a couple of different positions. And there is a lot of, what do they call that? Homoeroticism. Yeah, there's a lot of homoeroticism in pro football, in all football. It's a homoerotic. Number one, I used to be what they called a wide receiver. Don't get that confused with the tight ends. It goes center, blocker, tight end, wide receiver, if you're on the front line, right? The wide receiver would catch the balls that were thrown to him. Let's back up a little bit. So yeah, there are positions, formal positions in the game, the two-spirited game called football. They should really call it butt ball, but it's called football because they throw around a turd-shaped brown ball. It has a lot to do with sodomy when you think about it. It's like, let's get this piece of turd into that guy's end zone. What? Okay. So, the quarterback, that seems like hidden message too. Give him a quarter, he'll call you back Here's a quarter for the payphone. Why don't you call me back? I want to hook up, have our two spirits intermingle. So the quarterback, the other position I played in football on the offensive line was the center. When you're the center, that's the guy who hikes the ball or snaps the ball. All the terms in football are very, again, homoerotic. They make you think of something kind of homosexual. So you bend over, and all the guys line up with you, and they all bend over. But you're the center guy. You're the quarterback's main dude. So the quarterback, he gets behind you there. And he places the back of his left hand, if he's right-handed, up into your, I don't know what the Ojibwe word is. In English, we call it a taint. He puts that right there and he touches you. And, I guess a jeed. But anyway, he touches you there with his non-dominant hand in the back of his hand. And then he puts his other hand so he can catch the ball that you're going to snap back as fast as you can between your legs. Just get into his hands. He's so close. Snap. And he's going to shout out like a secret code. He'll be like, all right, blue 42. Blue 42. Hut 1. Hut 2. Hike, hike. And he goes back, right? And the wide receiver runs out there. He's like, throw me the turd-shaped colored ball. And I will run it into the end zone. Unless, of course, if I get tackled. Some big burly man might try to tackle me to the ground. And I'm going to hang on to that ball, that turd, for some reason. And he'll tackle me. And we'll have to try again. If we can just get 10 yards, we can start over, But if they stop us, then we have to go on a defense. So that's pretty gay. And let's see what else is gay. Okay, let's talk about the, fashion changes every year, right, sweetie? Sure does. Hairstyles change. Your clothing changes. Yep, clothing changes. For some reason, the NFL and football in general, they never wanted to move on from that knickers look. I think football came out during the time of the, George Washington, Ben Franklin guys. Because all these guys still wear knickers and long socks. They go, no, we got padding in there. And it's, they're skin tight so we can run fast. Okay. But then we have to wear the long stockings in case we fall on the grass. We don't want to carve up our legs, And so they wear the long stockings, skin tight knickers. And they got those shoulder pads. Doesn't matter if you're a guy who tackles or blocks or passes. Everybody has to wear shoulder pads. Even a kicker. To protect his shoulders? No. To make him look muscular. It's like those fake muscles, Batman wears. It's essentially Gene Simmons wears shoulder pads that have been spray painted gray. And then this is the worst part of all of it. And I remember this from when I was in football. They make you wear this mouth guard, they call it. It's the only sport that does this. It's essentially a ball gag. You have to bite on this piece of plastic. Before you even show up, you bring this plastic mouth guard home. You boil it in hot water so it loosens up, gets soft. Then you bite into it when it's still super hot and you burn your gums. But then it adheres to your teeth shape. So now you go back to football practice. You put in your ball gag. You put on your skin tight knickers and knee-high stockings. Oh, and then everybody gets a number. Hello there, I'm number 69. That's gross. And they put on their helmets. You know, the whole kind of Roman ritual behind it all. Hey, Wally Bear's here. Boozhoo, Wally Bear. Wally Bear says NFL, native for life. Yeah, I know. I wish we could go back to calling that the NFL being native for life. Instead, this wasn't me, you guys. I'm just reporting the news. The hard, cold news. The no spin zone. NFL is gay. But I'm here to say football has always been gay. And that's why I never watched it. I could see that, number one, it was taking over the lives of everybody I knew. People, their Sundays were shot. I never wanted to just give up. How long is a football game? I don't even know. 3 hours? Yeah, 3-4 hours. You got to watch a million commercials selling beer and whatever else. And sodomy. But the NFL wants you to know that they support sodomy. Don't you come at them with your, oh no, it's a sin, you're going to hell. Yeah, but I don't want to hear it. And this is also the updated gay flag. What do you mean? They co-opted the race thing behind it too. They added black and brown. I wonder what the light blue is for. It used to just be a rainbow. Because Nij Manadoog, they co-opted the rainbow from the Bible. That used to be a symbol to Christians that God, created the flood. And there's a whole thing. The rainbow used to belong to a biblical thing. But then the gays got a hold of it and it became their flag. And now it's become kind of the NFL flag. So, Wally Bear says, NBA, native by ancestry. Wally Bear's on a roll. I don't know, man. Hey, Grassroots Indians is here too. Grassroots is here, sweetie. Hey, Boozhoo, Grassroots. Daniel Black says, somebody's off their meds. Yeah, I don't know. But I, for one, think it's great. I think we need to support our sodomite brothers and sisters. No hate. That's not our way, sweetie. That's right. And I think the NFL, I guess my only question is like, why? Why now? Why does the NFL, because obviously, they don't care about anything except getting people to watch their stupid game. It's entertainment. That's all football is. It's a TV show where millionaires struggle, against each other to be gay and win the football match. I think it's a football game. Whatever. And, so they come out, just to kind of let their masters know, hey, by the way, we're on board. Don't worry about us. And but then the new gay flag also has sort of Black Lives Matter, subtext with the new colors. Because the NFL has always been so supportive of, politically correct messaging. Isn't that right, Washington Redskins? It's like, what a bunch of hypocrites. Oh, yeah, we're going to virtue signal. Us, the NFL. From the people who brought you just about every stupid racial stereotype you can think of, from the tomahawk chop to the Washington Redskins, or whatever. I don't even know. Oh, look out, here come the Patriots. It's so stupid. But so they're on board. And with everything except NFL is so racist. Are you kidding? No, I'm serious. Racist. You guys are the worst. We should get Hitler around here. I bet you he likes the NFL. Why do you say that? Is it because of the Washington Redskins? Oh, no, not at all. No, this has nothing to do with mascots. Mascots are not racist at all. That's fine. Who cares? What I'm saying to racist, how many Asian people have you ever seen play football? I've never seen an Asian guy. That's what I'm saying. Hey, NFL, why don't you let some Asian people play once in a while? I've never once. You guys are racist against the Asians. Really, they're racist against everybody except black people. Once in a while, a white guy gets through, like, to be a quarterback. They'll let a white guy be a quarterback once in a while. Okay, we'll let the guy in charge be white, but everybody else is going to be black. In our inclusive club, the National Football League. Yeah, okay, well, you bunch of racists, black supremacists. You know. What happened to the old Stop Asian Hate? Yeah, that was popular for like a week. I know, that was only like a month ago. Remember that? Facebook came out like 30 days ago saying, oh, the new campaign is Stop Asian Hate. Apparently some hate crime against Hong Kong Phooey or something. And so and then everyone just shut up. Yeah, who cares? We're the NFL. We support sodomy. La la la, do do do. You think I've talked enough about sodomy? Oh, probably. All right. So, how are you, sweetie? I'm doing great. We haven't played any music. I know. I've been going off. Wally Bear says, Asian people are kind of small for football. Those little guys will have to run for their life if they catch the ball. Yeah, no kidding. My favorite racist joke about Asians is like, kind of goes back to like World War II. It has something to do with hiding the American secrets just on top of the fridge so the Chinese couldn't reach it or something. That's so stupid. Yeah, I know. I don't know many good racist jokes. But I don't know. It was just sort of interesting to once again, I got to point out that I think I'm turning into a troll. Really? Yeah. This whole NFL thing, for anybody who's still with us, like the whole Boozhoo crew. If I say something against the protected class, our numbers double. I'd like to apologize for the normal people here. I am trolling a little bit people who get easily offended. You know, I know what I'm doing when I use the term sodomite instead of gay. You know, when I was the earliest memories I had, this started like in the early 70s. Gay used to mean happy. There was a town in South Dakota called Gaysville. It was right around that time they changed it. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. It was a song from a musical, I don't know which one. But then right around that time, the sodomites said, hey, you know what, let's take that word. People don't want to think about what we actually are about, what we're so proud of. Let's quit calling ourselves sodomites, and we'll just call ourselves happy people. And that'll make it easier for the NFL to accept us in about 30 years. So they stole the word gay from English to mean sodomy. And then they made it turned it into an insult. If I say, oh, football's so gay, everyone's like, oh, what do you mean? Are you being homophobic? Is that using it as an insult? No, that's up to you to decide if you think it's insulting to say people engage in sodomy. You know? So when I say we shouldn't be teaching kids about being gay in kindergarten. What I mean is don't teach him about sodomy. If you don't know what sodomy is, look it up. It's a day. Foot. Big wakwad. Big wakwad. There's a ball. You put that together. It's a day. Big wakwad. There's football. Let's play some football. Are you ready for some football? Hey, is it Monday Night Football tonight? No, it's Wednesday. What? It's Wednesday? How did that happen? Yep, it's Wednesday. It's Abatuesday. Abatuesday? Abatuesday. I got to say, Abatuesday. 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 Halfway. Oh, but I'm somewhere between sodomy and being normal. I'm halfway. What's that? What's that? What do you call me now? Oh, you'd be a bisexual. No, we don't use that word anymore. You're what do we call it? Is that pansexual? Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because it starts to overlap with gender fluidity. Oh, I got the gender fluidity. I'm gender fluid. But your gender has apparently nothing to do with your sexuality. And I don't care. What do you mean? If Kermit the Frog can sing with a drag queen, the Rainbow Connection, I can talk about this on my show. All right, you hear that, Kermit? You listen to me, Kermit? Come on. Hey, Big Bird has a new voice. Really? Yeah, I saw something. It's a new actor. It's really weird. But apparently Big Bird's being acted by somebody else. And they kind of changed his personality. I suppose the original Big Bird's probably dead by now. Do you think he's actually dead? Or at least retired? I mean, what? He would have been in his 20s in the early 70s. What's that make you by now? 70s? 80s? I watched a documentary on Big Bird. And, it really was. I mean, it wasn't just a guy who was working for public television who happened to be helping out Jim Henson one day. He was the character Big Bird and Oscar trying to make it in the world. I mean, he was a full-time character. And eventually he became, you never think about it, but the most popular fictional character in the world. More recognizable than Charlie Brown and Spider-Man. Every crib in the world had Big Bird toys, puppets. Every child in the world, from China to wherever, watched Sesame Street. That guy was ridiculously wealthy. Big Bird. But I never heard if he was pansexual. Nope. Back in my day, we didn't talk about such things. Abatu, say. But it kind of turned me off to Big Bird a little bit. Why? I don't know. I guess the guy was kind of cool, but I don't know. He's probably jealous. Yeah. Sunny day. How you guys doing? Hey, Zagame's here. Boozhoo, Zagame. And Weesani is here too. Oh, you know what I wanted to do today? What's that? It's Dig If You Will, a Picture Wednesday. Enough of this crazy sodomy talk. What's wrong with me, sweetie? I don't know. Dig if you will a picture of Princess Bob Ross. Bob Ross, actually a really good artist. Ooh. Bob Ross kind of suffers from being too well known. Bob Ross was better known for his hairstyle than his actual artwork. But he's one of the few artists we got to watch actually make his art. And we got to see just what a genius Bob Ross was. He was great. But on today, I got a picture I want to share. This is a photo. This is a drawing from Adam Joseph Ayret. Adam Joseph, I don't know how to say her last name. But his 16-year-old daughter, when he never gave me her name, she drew this really cool picture. You guys take a look at this. Huh? 16-year-old girl. I think this is pencil, but it might be charcoal. First of all, what I want to say, dig up, if you will, this picture. 16-year-old girl. It is so deep. There's weird symbolism, but just as an artist, first thing I got to say, nice work with the dark blacks. People don't know how important a good dark black is. Everywhere, like in the negative spaces in this drawing, you took some time and you emptied that graphite on the paper. Beautiful blacks. But what do we have here? Okay, first of all, your eye goes right over to the upper right-hand corner, and you see that open third eye. And you notice there's some horns there. And there's a creature who's I don't know, sweetie. Does this look male or female to you? It kind of looks like female eyes to me. Yeah, me too. I think it's some sort of female demon. Because it's got the Satan horns. And that third eye, by the way, is the opening of the third eye. That's some hidden symbolic stuff in Satanism. Having to do with enlightenment and the Illuminati, you know. But the third eye is wide open and expressive. And nice job with the reflections in the third eye. Adam Joseph's 16-year-old daughter. But then let's just... so the normal eyes are like questioning, but the third eye is shocked. Third eye is looking at what? Looks like a snow globe. With a tree in it. And some trees in the background. Maybe Christmas trees. Or at least the kind of trees you would use in a Christmas tree ceremony. And a brick wall or some sort of, I don't know what you'd call that. That could just be some terracing. Or is it the yellow brick road? What I think, this is my final read on this. On this very interesting, almost disturbing. This is Satan looking in at the nature of reality. That we live in an enclosed, domed earth. That's the tree of knowledge from the Garden of Eden. That's a tree he said, if you eat this, you'll know the difference between good and evil. Some pagan stuff in the background. Oh, there's even a bird I just noticed. Or a winged creature of some sort. Could be an angel. We don't know. And, yeah. Oh, and she also took the trouble to put it on a table. There's table grain, you know. It's on a wood table. So, today's dig, if you will, this picture. Adam Joseph, 16-year-old kid. Hey, Joseph, you're here. What's your kid's name? That's my girl, he says. I think she did a really nice job. And I want to encourage you to keep on drawing. You could be illustrating your own children's books. Something like Where the Wild Things Are. Or you could do a comic book. That's just worth reading. Don't worry about being a comic book artist anymore commercially. Marvel and DC, it's over. But you can still do your own black and white comics and do cool stuff. Peyton. This is from the great artist Peyton. Peyton, don't forget us when you're famous. Nah. What do you think, sweetie? I think it's amazing. Good job, Peyton. Yeah. And let's see what else we got here. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You want to take a call? Oh, sure. Call her. Line 2? Yep. Caller, welcome to the Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo podcast. You're on the air.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, George Bush Jr. George W. Bush, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. That's me. I'm George W. Bush. Are you showing pictures today?
Yeah, it's Dig If You Will, a picture day.
Can you show my paintings, man?
Oh, that's right. You got paintings, don't you? Do we have any paintings of from George Bush?
Yeah, we sure do. Let me just dig them up.
Ladies and gentlemen, former President George W. Bush.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? How you doing, Nanaboozhoo?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, I can't complain. What's new down at the ranch?
Not much. Just riding the fence post on my horse, and I've been painting pictures. I paint cats, and I paint my dog, and I painted my daddy.
You painted your dad?
Yeah, man. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Let's pull up George Bush paintings. Are these your paintings, George?
Yep, that's it. I got a picture of myself.
Yep, you did a picture of yourself. We call it a self-portrait. Should I blow that up?
Yeah, man, I'm proud of that. I'm a painter, man. I'm an artist.
All right, just take it easy. George, but wow.
Yeah, I didn't get time to finish it, though.
Yeah, it looks like, what's with how come there's so much white left on half your face?
Yeah, man, I got called away. One of the cows got loose down here on the ranch. I had to go out and wrestle up that cow, and I didn't get time to go to finish my painting.
Yeah. So this self-portrait, not too bad. I mean, it kind of looks like you. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, man.
You should have painted yourself with a mustache or something.
Hey, there's my daddy.
Yep. Hikes.
That's my daddy, Poppy. Poppy Bush, we called him.
Poppy? Why'd you call him that?
Because he's my pops. Yeah, if it wasn't for that, man, I never would have been president in the first place.
Yeah, I don't suppose.
Yeah, good old Poppy.
All right. There's that creepy picture. What else we got here?
Then I did George Putin, whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah, that Russian guy?
Yeah.
That's pretty two-spirited of you.
That's right, man. I had a kind of thing for the Russian president. And then there's my dog.
Oh, there's your dog. What'd you call that dog?
We called that dog Hillary.
You did not.
Yeah, man, I call that dog Hillary, and then I call the dog in, and I just beat the dog. I was like, sit, Hillary, sit.
Get out of here.
No, that's my little pup. I call him Junior.
Junior?
Yep. That was my favorite dog.
All right. Here you go, folks. George Bush's paintings on Dig If You Will, a picture day. You still painting, George?
Yeah, man, I paint from time to time when I can find the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying.
All right. Hey, what's the Ojibwe word today?
Oh, we were talking about the NFL and how gay they were.
The NFL's not gay, don't you say that, boy.
No, I'm not insulting it. I mean, I'm not, it is lame and gross or whatever gay means. But they said they were gay.
Is that right?
Yeah. So our word was two spirits.
Two spirits? Now, why do you call it two spirits, I wonder?
Oh, well, okay, that's kind of complicated. Should I tell him the whole two-spirited theory?
You could.
I don't know. Okay, Nij Monadoog.
Nij Monadoog.
Yeah, that means two spirits. And, I'm kind of teasing the gays by calling them sodomites, but technically, you know what a sodomite is, right?
Yeah, it's from the Bible. It means a person who engages in sodomy.
Yep, that's right. So, NFL comes out and they say they're two-spirited, or they say they're gay. And a lot of gay Indians like to say, oh yeah, I'm two-spirited. In the 90s, when I was in college, it was the first time I heard the term two spirits. And it sounds kind of cool, you know? Everybody already knew the words for spirits and how to count to 10 in Ojibwe, so it was easy to remember. And, back in my day, I used to be kind of a two-spirit ally. Half my friends were sodomites. And so, it's sort of implied that traditional Indian people, since we had a word, and since it sounded sort of spiritual even, they have two spirits. They're very spiritual. They're twice as spiritual as, you normies, as you breeders. That's what my gay friends called me. But here's the thing that everybody wants to kind of forget. Two-spirit also refers to alcoholics, drug addicts, people who are actually possessed by a Munji Manadook. Munji Manadook, what's that now, boy? Munji Manadook, and don't call me boy, is a bad spirit, an evil spirit. They say, the traditional people say, alcohol and drugs are a spirit. When you ingest alcohol, you become possessed by the Manji Manadug of alcohol and drugs. And we know it's a separate spirit that takes over your body because you are a spirit. You always are, no matter what. When you're drunk, when you're straight, when you're a little kid, you are a spirit, one spirit. Then you take in the second spirit, the alcohol, the drugs. Now you have a Manji Manadug on your back. And it will make you behave in ways you would never behave. Your spirit would never behave like a drunk person. But when you're being controlled by the spirit, by the spirits, of drugs and alcohol, you're considered two-spirited. So, it begs the question, what did we really think of gay people? Did they have a Manji Manadug? Did something happen to them like when a person becomes an alcoholic? That something traumatic happened. And now there's a spirit that makes them desire something that's really bad for them. Because that's why it's an evil spirit and not just, oh, you're possessed by a good spirit. I think traditional people weren't like we've been told. I don't think they were like, oh yeah, these guys are very spiritual. They're two-spirited. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, our medicine wheel has 4 genders. It's like, no, you guys are reading into this with your own agenda. I believe the traditional thoughts about being gay is that somebody put gayness on you. And I know, too, this is totally inappropriate for a children's show about Ojibwe language and culture. But I've never met any of my friends, and I haven't had that many friends. I've had this conversation, at least 10 different people over my 54 years in life. 54 years of hanging out with the theater crowd. Every single one of them had a inappropriate relationship too early on. Not inappropriate relationship. They were victims of an older person Joe Bidening them as kids. And, when people are just being, without hate or whatever, just trying to see the truth of things, is gayness something that happens to you? Rather than being born with it. Man, that's some deep conversation. I'm going to have to think about that. Yeah, think about that, George. You're not too old to learn new things. You know what? I've just about heard everything now. Yep. So what else did you have for the Ojibwe word of the day? You really want to learn Ojibwe, don't you? I like the Ojibwe language, man. Well, Zade. Actually, Zid kind of means, Zade means foot. But when you say my foot, you go Nenzid. You drop that A. I don't know why. And then Bikwak Wood is a ball. So I think in Ojibwe we'd probably call football Zade Bikwakwad.
Zade Bikwakwad. Football. All right, man. All right.
Yeah, look, man, I better get going.
All right. Hey, how do you say that? I will see you again in Ojibwe Moen.
Oh, we say, Gigawaba Min Minawa.
Gigawab Man Manawa. I don't believe it, man. You cracked me up, Nanaboozhoo.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. I like that you don't say goodbye. You know, I like that you say, I will see you again.
Yeah, that's the kind of our way. In fact, looks, man, I'm going to let you go.
All right, man. Gigawab Man Manawa. Yeehaw!
Yeah, okay. Gigawab Min Minawa, George Bush. He loves Ojibwe. Yep, he's always trying to learn. I'll give him that much. But he reminded me of something I wanted to talk about today, too. You know how we're always saying that in Ojibwe, we don't have a word for goodbye. We always say, Gigawabamin, Minawa. We say it so much, I don't even bother to spell it out, because people all know it by now. But what does that really mean? Oh. Sweetie. Yikes. Okay. No, I got it. Sorry, you guys. Let's talk about this in a minute. No, I can talk about this. Oh, wait. Nanaboozhoo will return after these messages.
Welcome to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. Oh, I said welcome to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. Wow. Name and Wyndham G-A-I-Hanamanungu. Hey, everybody! If there are any men who would like to take over the show, please send in your application.
Hey!
No, I'm just kidding, sweetie. Hi, everybody. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Not gonna make a big deal out of it. But we're a little triggerable today. So, some of you might know already that it's kind of a tough week for some of us here in Bemidji. And out of the blue, stuff can make you want to cry when you think of it. So talking about the word Gigawabamin. Actually, let me go outside and talk about this, okay?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to teleport you.
Okay. I'm going to go outside. I don't want to bum anybody out, but we're going to talk about something kind of sad.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
I got your coordinates. I'm going to set you out in that meadow.
Okay. When to teleport?
No, I say that. Oh, sorry. You say energize. All right. 1 to teleport. Energize! Energize! How come it's not working? Remember, you gotta wiggle that thingy? Hey, everybody. So, Nanaboozhoo, he's kind of a sensitive sap. So, you little kids watching this. I remember when I was a little girl, sometimes it used to embarrass me because I'd cry too easy. I get upset or sad. I was always crying. I remember one time I asked my mom, I go, Mom, how come I cry so much? And she goes, well, you just have a big heart. And I didn't know what that meant. You have a big heart. Oh, great. I have an enlarged heart? You telling me I need heart surgery? No. But if you find yourself sometimes you can get, they call it triggered, which I hate. It's a term for people who have autism, but sometimes there can be stuff in your heart that if somebody pokes the right button, especially if you're kind of an artist or a musician or something, where your emotions will just kind of flood out, and you can't help it. And that's why we draw pictures and sing songs and stuff. It's your emotions. You gotta let them out, You gotta express them. Because they're in there and they're just ready. So something sad happened recently. And it's really easy to get triggered. And everything's fine. I don't want to scare anybody. But I finally found this. This cartoon is called A Beautiful Irony. Isn't this great? What am I doing back here? I don't know. Did we really forget 2 days in a row? Yeah. Did you want me to teleport you back? Well, I'm here now. Might as well stay. Okay. Hey, you showing him the cartoon? Yeah, I am. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. The beautiful irony is that our loss is another reunion. It's not going to make you quit crying to know this, or to be reminded of this. But don't forget, never forget, baby doll. I won't forget. All right, well, I'm bummed out now. Should we call it a show? Has it been an hour already? I think so, actually. you spent most of the hour making fun of the gays. So here we are. I guess we got a little time left. What should I talk about? Just like to talk about death again and how we don't have a word for goodbye. Oh yeah, that was the final word on this. So we say, I will see you again because of this. This is why we say, I will see you again. Because it's 100% true. Go ahead, cry. Feels good sometimes. But never forget, we don't say goodbye. It's not our way. Because it's not true. We say, well, I'll see you again. For sure. I will see you again. Probably when it's my time. He'll be saying, come on, let's go. Let's go, Natasha. It's time to go. And I'm like, Grandma, I thought you were dead. She says, yeah. Guess what? So are you. Time to roll. Time to mahjong. Rolling. Rolling, rolling down the river. Da-na-da-da, da-na-da-da, da-na-na-na-na-now. Left a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and day. Do you think that lady was a transgender? Oh, that singer? Yeah, what's her name? Yeah, you know, the most famous singer in the 80s.
Left a good job in the city, working for the man. She also sang Private Dancer. I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Any old amount will do. She didn't even have standards. $50? How about 50 cents? I'm your private dancer. I can't remember her name. But yeah, she's probably transgendered.
Yeah, it's weird. You look at those old videos, and like everybody always talked about, like, oh, she's so beautiful, and what great legs.
Yeah, did they say like she had special insurance on her legs because she was so beautiful? Tina Turner. Yeah, Tina Turner. Ugh, Turner. Of course she's a trans. She turned from a man into... Because she had total man legs. There's nothing grosser than seeing Tina Turner. And people go, wow, look at old Tina Turner. She's still got it. And there's a clear dude in pantyhose. Left a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and day. But I never lost a minute of sleeping. Worrying about the way things might have been. Do I have anything else to share? I don't think I got anything else, beware. What about you, Michael?
What about what?
You want to say anything to the Boozhoo crew?
Hey everyone, thanks for supporting the show.
No, don't do that. Hey, Jessica Laboose is here. Jessie says, in Boozhoo, I have a story. My grandma had very deformed toes due to a botched bunion surgery. That's some story. When she was younger. Delicious. Her foot, doctor said her feet were the worst he'd ever seen. When my grandma died, I'm sorry. Here I am making fun of her grandma who's dead. Her sister had a dream that her mother came to her and said, look at Millie's feet. They're beautiful now. Awesome. Her sister had a dream. Her mother came and said, look at Millie's feet. They're beautiful now. Yeah, that's totally what it's going to be. Like, yeah, you'll still look like you. You'll recognize each day, but you're going to have just gorgeous version of you. Perfect feet. It's like Missy, our cousin. They had to take off one of her toes. And so we're always calling her, we used to call her mistletoe, and now we call her missing toe. But good news, Missy. When you get to heaven, you get that toe back. I think your little toe is waiting for you in heaven. Jessica goes, Sagame, sending love your way during this time. Sending love to Sagame. Mwah! I hope that wasn't gay.
That was so gay, sweetie. No, you can't be gay. Women, you know, that's the whole point.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, we tease the gays because they act like women. You know, people aren't really against short shorts and rollerblades. They're just against men wearing short shorts and rollerblading.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah. Gay people just co-opted femininity. That's why we have so much rioting in the streets. Oh, I don't see them here today. Yesterday we were talking about transgenderism, like Tina Turner. And I forget their name. Somebody came on and said, hey, there were 300 people last year who were murdered for being transgendered. It's not funny. Don't make jokes. No jokes. Jokes are hate. Jokes are violence. Jokes kill. So I looked it up. Sure enough, 300 transgender people died from murder. 100% of these 300 transgender people were killed because they were gay prostitutes in the Middle East. No, I don't know. I didn't look it up.
I totally believed you.
Yeah, what, I'm going to research that? I'm going to look that up. Oh, how many people were murdered? But you wonder, yeah. You know, I'm sure trans people get murdered. But there's got to be some of them that had it coming.
That is so dark, sweetie.
I know. Well, everybody. So, just want to say, miigwech, pisandawiyeg. Thank you for listening. That's all the time we have for today. I want to thank everybody for supporting us on Patreon and on PayPal and our GoFundMe site. And you can order Ojibwe language books at Amazon.com. Great books like... Do we have any of those books out here?
I don't think so.
Oh, here's Dog and Mangan. Dog and Mangan! Order it now, while supplies last. Like they don't just print up new books as the orders come in. Anyway, miigwech, pisandawiyeg. You want to say anything, sweetie?
No, that's good.
All right. Well, you have been watching Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Baby, 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 baby. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-doo. Niemand windem G-A-I-A no manungum. Niemand windem G-A-I-A no manungum. Niemand windem G-A-I-A no manungum. I'm happy to be here today, but will you teleport me away? One to teleport, baby doll, energize.